Boom. All right. There we go. What's up, people? I don't see anybody in here yet. Welcome to the line. Oh, there you go. Mrs. B. What up? Brandon Terry. They bringing people in slowly. What's up, y'all? Well, what's up to the people I see? Want to spread the wealth. Emmanuel Townsend. What up? Elijah El McBay. Rohan Mason. Patrick Gabriel. Tonya 23 Experience. Soul of a God. That's right, baby. Esmeralda. What's cracking? D Nice. Bruce Lee. What up? Jerome L. Immortal 9. DJ Smiley. Chinzura Anubis. What up, DJ Sherm? What is that? Lackey the Kid. Jason Rivers. Bahamanian 1964. Hentai Hedi Neteru. The Herbal Goddess. What up? Melanated Brown. I think that's it. Shawnee. Amun Ross. I got you spread the wealth. Day. What's this? Day FNR. What is that? Oh, Dre FNR. My bad. DD. What's going on? Jelani Perez. Brother L. Wise. What up? Britt Coulter. Grits 310. Do you make good grits, though? Do you make good grits? Before K. What up? Bar Heavy. J. True Knowledge. Jan Wind, Mindset, Rod McDaniel, Chuck Taylor, Bro Stretch, Roger G, what is that, Rafices? I think that's it. Ray Brown, man, that's all everybody in here. What's going on, everybody? There's a whole lot of y'all. I can't name out everybody, sorry. What's going on, people? On this hot-ass Saturday. It was cool last week. I had a break last week. But it's hot again. If you can hear the fan going, sorry if the noise of the fan is getting involved, but I couldn't do this any other way. It is hot. Yeah, damn it, it's hot. So, what's up, everybody? Again, you know the announcements. If you ordered anything, your packages have been shipped. They gone. Appreciate you. Thank everybody for supporting. And we need more people to support. Know Your Rights Foundation. Also, your brother needs support too. You know what I'm saying. That's how it works. So, realnoggins.com. Make sure you pick up some merch at realnoggins.com. Or if you want the Police Stop Law package, make sure you grab that great book of Melanin Research. This is the book that you need to have. This is what we have been missing in our history. Why we were gods in the past. That melanin is a major part of it. All right, it's not the only thing, but melanin is a major part of it. Why you were considered as gods in the past. You don't know how to use it now, so make sure you get back on track to figure it out. And if you get your hard copy, you get the whole Police Stop Law package. Everybody knows. You know how it goes. You get the whole Police Stop Law package with the cards and everything. Oh, man. With the cards. You get it all. Boom. Oh, one more card I'm missing. All of this comes with the Police Stop Law Package 1, plus a deck of flashcards. Bam. You get that. So, realnoggins.com. Order the hard copy, Great Book of Melanin Research, and you get the whole hookup right there. All right. Appreciate everybody for supporting. Make sure. Take your shoes off. Who in here? You. Who in here with their shoes on? One of y'all. But make sure, it's a bunch of y'all. Not everybody, but everybody. Most people got their shoes off. But make sure you take your shoes off, please, as you enter the dojo. I appreciate it. That's how we get down. And people on the Patreon, people have been asking about the Patreon. Again, that's the status classes. Excuse me. So, Know Your Rights Foundation is for police stop law only. That's all we do in Know Your Rights Foundation. I just want to make people clear because a lot of people hit me up and you get too confused. So, Know Your Rights Foundation is police stop law because that's what you need to know now. Police are the first line of offense against you. So, you can master all of that information and be able to move freely, through the system without the police, being an obstacle to you. Whereas your status, gaining your status back, that's for the long term. That's when the government comes after you, when they try to flip this whole corporation and try to make you, turn you into one of their assets like they're doing now. Like the government is about to come for that $600 threshold thing that Biden implemented, where if you get $600 transactions through a third party, like Cash App or PayPal or anything like that, then you got to, they're going to audit you, or they're going to basically, you have to declare every time you get $600 over that. So they're going to start that in January. So again, your status, if you had your status properly, then you would know what to do against the IRS. So that's what status law is for. Long-term dealing with the government, police stop laws for right now. So if you want status law, go to patreon.com/realnagas and sign up to the status class levels. At the highest level, I give you the paperwork. When you're able to explain the paperwork, I give it to you for free. All right, you don't have to pay for it. So, because I need you to know the law. If y'all not understanding the theme, I need a law army. God damn it, I need a law army. So you can go over there and do that. Also, if you want to join the police stop law classes on Sunday, you can join that level as well. And we do one class every Sunday, so 4 classes a month. And you can join those live classes where we have fun, talk crazy, not too crazy, but we talk crazy in there. We have a good time, but we're also learning. Oh, Broderick Enoch, thank you, brother. Thank you for the Cash App. And I was just about to mention that anybody want to hit the Cash App. First of all, thank everybody who's been hitting the Cash App this week. I appreciate you guys sending the Cash App. And the Cash App is Real Nagas 9. Real Nagas, the number 9. So anybody who's hitting the Cash App, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all this week. Just getting random Cash Apps. Appreciate it. What up, Leo Fire? What's popping, man? So appreciate you guys on that. And then weed juice. I don't have any weed juices because Timmy Tight Top didn't bring me any weed juice. I think he out of town. He's in Arizona. Get your ass back in and give me my juices, Timmy Tight Top. The hell, man. I need my surprisingly sweet juice. But if you want the juices, please go to weedjuice.com. That's OUI juice.com. The delectable, delicious juices. He has the weight loss programs. If you just want to get on a healthy program, just where you just trying to cleanse yourself. He has the detoxes. He has also the anti-inflammatory juices, shots, all of that stuff. Weedjuice.com. Let Timmy Tight Top hook you up. You won't be disappointed, I promise you. All right, people. So let's get into it. Ain't nothing to it but to do it. So, how was Zombie Day? Everybody? How did it go? Did it work out for you? Zombie Day, did anybody roll up and bite you? Did you get gnawed on? Did anybody flip out in the middle of the night? Did I just turn over and bite you in the middle of the bed at 3 in the morning? Did that happen? See? Conspiracy theory niggas. Conceptual elixirs. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man. Conspiracy theory nagas. We be on some conspiracy theory shit. And I said, why would they tell you if they was going to do it? Why would they tell you? Now, could it be time release? Could when they hit the signal just started the metamorphosis of the nanos in your body? Could it have done that? Conspiracy niggas? It could have done that, but for the most part, it was just a FEMA signal that they were, a national FEMA signal that they were testing. Now, did I have my phone on? Absolutely not. Ain't no harm in being, ain't no harm in being safe and sorry, you know what I'm saying? No, ain't no harm in being safe and sorry. So I had my phones off. I had my Faraday cap on. Had all of that popping. I hope y'all just in case, you never know. You never know when it'll get popping, but just in case. So, but nothing happened. Nobody, no zombies No zombie apocalypse, y'all. Now, it's the FEMA emergency signal, right? The national emergency signal that they were testing. Why were they testing a national emergency signal? Why were they doing that? I don't remember them doing that before. Why were they testing a national emergency alert signal? Could they have something getting ready to pop off that they know about and we don't know? That could damn sure be the case. And they don't want to tell the public to alarm the public, and some stuff about to go down. Some catastrophic thing that may jump off. That could happen. There's always a possibility. There's a possibility of everything. Now, am I putting that out into the universe? No, we don't want to put that out into the universe. We don't want to give it any energy like that. However, you would have to say, why are you testing the national signal? The emergency national signal. Why are you testing it right now? Now, I know you conspiracy niggas. Y'all gonna take that and roll with it. So let me know, conspiracy people. Is there something about to pop off? I remember, so there was the movie, and I still haven't seen most of it, but I remember in the movie, what was it? Don't Look Up, right? They had the meteor about to hit, and people didn't want to believe it. So I still have to see the rest of the movie, but I heard it's good. But so they heard something. There's something called they were talking about a meteor that's close in our vicinity called the Bene asteroid. Go look that up. Bene. I think that's the way you pronounce it. Bene asteroid. Yo, Charlie Scott. Whoa, Charlie Scott. Thank you, brother. Appreciate you, man, for that cash app. Thank you, Charlie. Appreciate you, bro. So are they about to get ready to do something? Because they talked about that Benny. Now they say it's way off. They say it's not going to come until like 2040, I think, or something like that. That's what they said. But I've been seeing a whole bunch of articles about the Benny asteroid that's very close to hitting the earth. So I don't know. What was the damn thing for? They also got the volcano thing that's over in, I forgot what state that is, but they got a volcano that they said might erupt. Who knows? It could be a whole lot of stuff. I'm just wondering why they testing the national emergency. Because it didn't seem to be for zombies. That's all I'm saying. So, conspiracy cats, y'all got to get at me and tell me what happened. So, moving along, I just had to get at that real quick because nothing, a lot of people were saying some stuff was going to happen and nothing happened that day. So, moving along, we're going to get into politics real quick. So, you saw that last week when we were talking about the government not getting funded, people were hitting in the chat. I didn't see this, but people were in the chat were saying, oh, they just funded the government for 45 days. So, that literally happened in the live stream last week, right? So, they funded the government. So how did they get the government funded? How did they get it funded? Because, again, it's called a stopgap measure in order to keep the government going until we come up with a full solution, right? Come up with a full solution. So how did they do that? The Democrats kept saying, all right, we want money for Ukraine. And the Republicans kept saying, all right, we want money for the border. And that's where they kept doing this. So what happens is, this is why Washington is messed up, and all this shit needs to be torn down and remade, which is what's happening right now, which y'all seeing. You're seeing a government in chaos and getting ready to be flipped. But, the fact that when they do a bill, that they throw so much other bullshit in the bill behind it. So, well, if you want this one, you got to give us this, and this. That's extortion. That's truly extortion. Blackmail, extortion, fine line between the two, but really extortion, right? I'm going to hold something hostage. I'm going to hold it hostage until you give me what I want. So that's the government is bullshit, how it works like that. So what happened is how they got it funded. They said no funding for either one, right? That's how they got it funded. No funding for either one. Ukraine don't get no money. The border don't get no money, which I don't know if y'all been seeing the border. That's been on the news all this week. They have been killing this. They can't ignore it now. We're about to get into that in a second too. Make sure everybody, it's about 100 and something people in there with your shoes on. Don't disrespect my out. But so that's how they got it funded, right? So the thing is, the dude who's the Speaker of the House, Kevin, who was the Speaker of the House, Kevin McCarthy, he is just a plant. He basically is there for the establishment, and he's there to keep the system flowing the way it always has been for the big corporations who make him money. Basically, that's why he was Speaker of the House, because he raised the most money. That's who is the Speaker of the House, just so y'all aware. Anybody who's the Speaker of the House is the person who raised the most money in donations. Nancy Pelosi, she was the one who raised the most money for years, which is why she got to be the Speaker of the House. Now it's that dude Kevin McCarthy. So, like I said, this government it would have been able to move like that until the last bill that they had when they were voting for the House Speaker. They put a whole bunch of measures in to get the House Speaker taken off with just one person voting to get him taken away, which that's never been a thing before, right? So they did that because they were like, well, if you're gonna get in there and just keep, the system flowing the way it's been flowing, then we need to pull your ass out of there, because we need government to work. This is some of them Republicans. This is what they're saying, right? So homeboy got in there immediately. As soon as they voted him in as House Speaker, he basically gave Biden administration everything they wanted. So they was like, fool, what did we make you Speaker for, nigga? Why did we put your bitch ass in there as Speaker if you was going to give them every damn thing that we told you not to give them in the first place, right? So that was the first signal, the first sign, right? So they was like, all right, we got the eye on you, homie. So then when this thing came around this time, he went basically and was doing back deals with the Republicans to keep Ukraine funded, no matter what, without trying to fund the border. And so then they were like, nah, nigga, you need to fund the border. And so he kept going back and forth. And then when they saw he went back and made a deal with the Democrats, they voted his ass out. Now, that's the first time that's ever happened in the history of America. That's never happened. They tried to do it before in like the early 1900s, but that dude survived. But they never have ever voted the House Speaker out of office. So this lets you know the government is in some chaotic shit. There's a war going on. Most people think, oh, this stuff is status quo, and they have the president set the next 5 presidents set, and they have the government set. Now, usually that's a thing, but not now. You are in a new time. I'm telling y'all are in a new time. After this conjunction and all that stuff happened, this whole new energy, that whole reset flipped everything up. It turned everything on its head. So the government don't run the same no more. So now you got this war between the globalists and the nationalist cats, and these cats are really battling right now. they are battling their asses off inside the government. So that dude Matt Gaetz, I don't know if y'all heard, Matt Gaetz was the one who pulled the speaker. He got him voted out, right? So I don't know if Matt Gaetz, there's some few cats in Congress who be doing some shit, who are trying to do some shit against, as much as they can. Even, everybody in Congress gets corrupt at some point. But this dude, Matt Gaetz, if you want to say he's the closest to the one who's probably not corrupt, or he's the one who's the least corrupt in Congress, this dude, he went up, that dude ain't no joke. So like he be on the news talking about, yeah, we need to stop this shit. What the fuck are we doing here? I mean, he be on CBS and CNN cursing his ass off. So I like that dude. But so the speaker's gone now. So who gonna be the speaker? Because you need a speaker to barter the deals between the Democrats and the Republicans. So who gonna be the speaker now? Your boy, good old Donald Trump, threw his hat. He like, hey, baby, let me just drop my hat right on in the ring. Donald Trump wants to be the Speaker of the House, which is crazy. This lets you know how crazy this shit, how fucked up this shit is. Just so you know, anybody can be the Speaker of the House. That's not a thing. You don't have to be a part of the government or Congress to be a Speaker of the House. Anybody, I can be the Speaker of the House. I can roll up there, buy everybody a bunch of, pay everybody off, and be the Speaker of the House. But so Donald Trump said he wanted to be the Speaker. So they floating Donald Trump as the Speaker of the House. And basically he said, well, I'll do it for 90 days. Because they still in turmoil. The House will be, you know, there's basically the Speaker of the House, he sets the rules for the House, you know, when they convene, when they, you know, when they recess, all the rules, everything. The House, he's the leader of, you know, of the House, right? So he sets all of that up. So when there's no one there, there's a little bit of chaos. So Trump was like, all right, I'll jump in there for 90 days. If y'all let me do it. Them bitches started tripping. They started going off. He can't do that. He can't. He's under indictment. There's no way. Oh my God, no, he can't be the Speaker. Blah, blah. I mean, the shit is absolutely hilarious what's going on in the government right now. But this lets you know, this you can, if you really watch it, you can see there's a war going on between the two. And this lets you know how there's a war going on because the FBI just labeled anybody who supports Trump as a violent extremist or an extremist, not violent, potentially violent extremist. This is what they just said. The FBI. They said that anybody who supports Trump is a potential, but they said they're an extremist with potential to do violence, right? You are an extremist. So basically, they just said everybody who vote for Trump is a goddamn enemy combatant. You're a potential terrorist. That's crazy. Do anybody see how fucking crazy that is? They have basically labeled most of America, a third of America, or damn near half America, whoever voted for the nigga, they labeled them all extremist with potential for violence, basically terrorists. And nobody thinks that there's a goddamn, there's a plan to try to stop this fool from getting into office when you label everybody who supports the nigga, just voted for him. You labeled that nigga, you labeled all of them, terrorist or extremist. This is going crazy, y'all. They basically created or made enemies of the state out of the public, which is not. They've done that before in the past. There's an act called the Trading with the Enemy Act, but that's a different story. But and in that, just so you know, they made the public their enemy. They made them in the Trading with the Enemy Act. The wording in there, they made the U.S. citizen the enemy of the state, which is why they can do so much shit to you. But so the FBI, you are now, or whoever votes for, not you, but whoever votes for Trump is a goddamn terrorist, basically. This is insane. Then I told you last week how they said that they had to dissolve all of his businesses in New York, but on the fraud case, though, some of the fraud cases deal with his property in Mar-a-Lago. And I told you how they're trying to devalue his property in Mar-a-Lago. So it's actually worth way more than they said it was. They came and said it's worth $1 billion. His property in Mar-a-Lago is worth $1 billion from the oceans, from the water to the water. It has a major business. It has the Trump brand on it. I mean, it's a flourishing business. Business makes like $25-30 million a year. Just alone. They valued that nigga's business at $18 million. They're trying to ruin. They doing that because they're trying to ruin him. So if they devalue all his shit and then place fines on him, then when you try to sell that property, you can't sell the property for any profit. And you're going to be broke and in debt to the government. This is what they're trying to do to him. trying to devalue everything that he has. So if he tries to get rid, and then slap him with $250 million fine, which is that's just one fine. So then when this nigga try to pays it off, he has to sell all his shit and try to pay it off. Everything is devalued. And so he don't get no money. They are really trying to fuck this nigga. And you got to ask yourself, why? Why are they doing this to Donald Trump? Why are they doing it? And I think everybody know that he is not going to follow their one world, the World Economic Forum Great Reset plan. He's not going to follow that. The boy is a narcissist with 15 aggressive astrology signs in his chart. So out of your chart, you got like 22 possible signs that you can mix and match. Out of the 22, Trump has 15 aggressive signs in his chart. Out of 22. That's a lot. You understand? 15 out of 22. So nobody gonna tell that boy what to do. Brandon Terry, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. Ain't nobody gonna tell somebody with 15 aggressive signs in their chart out of 22. You're not gonna tell that person what to do. Just so you know, I have 18 out of 22. So I already know. You ain't gonna tell them nothing. That's how that shit works. So that's why they want him out of office, because they're not going to be able to move into the one world plan. Like, what's the boy? What's the dude? Kissinger? I think it was Henry Kissinger was giving an interview a couple of years ago, and he was talking about moving into a one world. He said we need to implement measures in order to bring us into a one world government. And then he tried to reiterate it, and then he tried to stop himself, and he said a one world financial government, or one world finance. That's what he said, one world financial government. Like, what's the difference? What are you talking about? What that mean? What up, Miss Jeannie, Brother Mel? So he says, boom, we're moving into a one world government. Oh, excuse me, a one world financial government. We're not going to merge actual governments, just going to merge our finances. Okay. So we see where we're trying to move, and Trump ain't with that. Trump is not with that shit. So then the Biden administration and all the demo bitches who was vilifying Trump the whole time when he was trying to put up a wall. We don't build walls, we tear walls down. We're America. So, we tore down the Berlin Wall. We tear them down. So when they were doing all of that, they were talking crazy. Trump was asking for $5 million, right? Excuse me, $5 billion to build the wall. $5 billion. The immigrants who have moved into New York, it's going to cost New York $10 billion to deal with those immigrants. Trump wanted $5 billion to build a wall to keep niggas out. Now you got to spend $10 billion on the niggas who came in here. Roger Rose, appreciate you, brother. Thank you. This is stupidity. This is dumb shit. Which shows you they don't care about America. Again, the whole goal is to erase lines from the country. Yo, spread the wealth. Thank you, brother. He said, says, don't forget Hillary said Trump supporters need to be formally Yep, that's right. Sorry, but yep, so Hillary said that this week. Yep, Trump supporters need to be reprogrammed. Like, you need to be taken into a facility and in a hat. You put one of them and they reprogram your ass. This is what she said. They're the craziest people on the earth, is the Trump people. Not the people who trying to tell you that a man is a woman and a woman is a man, and that children should have their genitals chopped off at 7 years old and 10 or 12 years old. They not the crazy ones. It's the other people who want to keep immigrants out their country. Don't want immigrants coming in here stealing their damn money and all their resources. Them the crazy motherfuckers. Okay. So Hillary full of shit. But so Biden, that nigga had to turn. They didn't want to build a wall. Remember, no walls. It's so many immigrants coming in every day. It's like, just in Texas alone, it's like 3,000 immigrants a day crossing the border. And with the help of the Border Patrol, they got the barbed wire. So people are picking up their babies. So the Border Patrol is reaching for babies over the barbed wire, picking the babies up and pulling them onto the side of America. Cutting the barbed wire after the governor, every time he puts up new barbed wire, the Border Patrol is cutting the barbed wire. They were at the fence. The Border Patrol slid the fence open and let them in. He just said, come on. They come. And then after a few got in, he closed it. And then he started talking to them a little bit. And these were Haitians. These were like Haitians and Africans. And so they was like, why are you coming through America? Why are you coming through here? And they say, because they can get to America through Mexico without going through the bullshit. They're telling you why they. So this is an absolute crazy shit, right? So Biden is like, all right, maybe we should build a wall. Goddamn, maybe we should build a wall. You think? So now he's building a wall. Trump was the devil. If we wanted to build a wall, Trump was the goddamn devil of all devils for wanting to keep people out of America, illegal immigrants out of America. Now Biden, bitch ass, is going over there and he gonna build a wall. They just said that this week. And they're going to break 26 federal laws to do it. 26. I'm gonna say that again. They're breaking 26 federal laws to build this damn wall that Trump wanted to build. You ain't building it. So no money for him, no breaking the rules for him. But Biden, you can build a wall, Biden. Because the Democratic governors and mayors of the cities are tripping on him right now because the Republicans are sending all the immigrants to the Democratic city. Come on, little buddy. Here you go. Welcome to America, little buddy. Now get the fuck out. They just send him right on to Chicago, send him right on to New York. Good luck, little buddy. So this is some funny shit right now. And so the Democrats, they are crying like to Biden for some assistance. And so now Biden is like, all right, I'll build the wall. That's not going to, you know how long it's going to take? That's just what's the term? That's virtue signaling. That's not necessarily the term I'm looking for. That's posturing. Basically, he's only saying that because it's just political. Now, even if he allocates money for it, even if he breaks the laws to do it, that wall ain't going to exist. It's not going to help for years. They had to take years to build that damn wall. So it's just for the news. It's just so he can get headlines saying that, oh, Biden is doing something about immigration. Oh, snap. So when the election come around and she be like, oh, nigga, didn't Biden build a wall? Before you go in and click the goddamn thing, wait a minute, Biden built a wall, didn't he? No, Biden ain't built no goddamn wall. He ain't building shit. Building a goddamn thing. Nigga built a goddamn walker. He need to build a walker for his damn stumbling ass. He need to build a wheelchair, fucking rocket powered wheelchair for that old ass nigga. But he ain't building no goddamn wall. But he said he was. Then did you see the brother who pulled the alarm in Congress to stop the vote on the budget? So the brother, this nigga, he's crazy ass. What's his name? Damn, I forgot my man's name. Brother funny though. He crazy. He always going at a bunch of people in the Capitol building. But this nigga, this crazy nigga said, oh, because he was like, he wanted to get into the voting room where they were voting, right? And so the doors wouldn't open. So if you basically said, I guess if you push the doors, the alarm would go off. So he's saying the doors didn't open. So he thought if I pull the alarm, if I pull the fire alarm, it's going to open the doors and I can get into the room to vote. This nigga believe motherfuckers are retarded. What's his name? Jamal Bowman. Thank you. Thank you, Christopher Perkins. Appreciate you, brother. And Dark Matter. So, Jamal Bowman. Hilarious. So, he said that he didn't know if he pulled the fire alarm or he pulled the alarm, that thing, that it was going to open the door. Basically, he didn't know. Now, don't mind that he used to be a damn principal of a school. This nigga was a goddamn principal of the school, ran the whole school, which means there were fire alarms all around the school, and you had to do fire drills. Everybody in here, when you was a kid, you remember the fire drills. You was sitting at the damn table, doing your thing. Oh shit, nigga, you jump. We all jump up. We was happy for them fire drills because that meant we got to stop work. We got to go outside, stand in that little line, chill, talk to the homies, see the little shorty over there in the other line, get to mess with the little shorty. We know about fire alarms. But Jamal Bowman, who is a principal of a goddamn school, he don't know shit about fire alarms, y'all. This nigga is hilarious. He is damn sure hilarious. And he tried to get on the news and was like, yeah, I just, I made a mistake. I pulled it and I thought it was going to open the door. And I don't know why people are making such a big deal out of it. I just, it didn't happen. Like, nigga, what do you mean? Because you lying your ass off. That's why. You lying ass nigga. I mean, these guys are hilarious, man. So Jamal Bowman, principal of a school, he don't know what a fire alarm is. And wait a minute, it's a big red box that say fire. That's what it said. They showed a picture of the shit. And not to mention, there were fire signs leading up to the little red box on the wall that says nothing but fire. That's all it says. Not pull this and the doors to the voting room will open. It didn't say that on it. It didn't say that. Jamal Bowman, you full of shit. So moving along. California. So Dianne Feinstein ass died. Her old ass finally checked. Goddamn, we thought that motherfucker was never gonna leave. What the fuck? So, like we said last week, she died after voting. Well, maybe somebody else voted for her on the floor, which is crazy. Which shows you how messed up this government is. The people you elect are not doing anything. They're not even the people voting. They got staff members voting and shit like that. So it's crazy. So the person that was picked to replace her was this sister, melanated woman, lesbian, with the alphabet suit, who don't even live in California. She doesn't even live here. She from back east, Maryland or somewhere. She doesn't even live here. Somebody said, Rainbow Sister. Rainbow Sister. She don't live in, and boom. Now, what she's going to do is, because California, obviously one of the biggest influential states in legislation. So now they're about to push that whole agenda. They got a damn alphabet soup senator. Now, hopefully they vote her out in a year because she's only the interim senator right now because she ain't been voted in. But hopefully they vote her out. Hopefully they vote her out. But up until then, she is going to be able to. She has an agenda. She don't give a shit about Californians. She's not going to be working to do what's best for Californians. She ain't even from here. She don't give a shit about California. She is only there to push an agenda. Period. That's the only reason she's there. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. My neighbor is tripping and banging on the damn wall right now. I'm about to get up. Y'all about to see some martial arts in action. But I don't play that shit. So she's only there for an agenda. She's only there for an agenda. So then, old girl Diane, what's her name? Diane Feinstein. So when she left office, when she left office, you know how much money she was worth? This is insane. When she left office, she was worth, let's see, over $100 million. Diane Feinstein. No, she's worth $100 million. And she had a $62 million plane. Private jet. Guess how much her salary was? $170,000 a year. Now, how do you make $170,000 a year? and now you worth $100 million with, that's not including the $62 million plane. These niggas are so full of bullshit. Nancy Pelosi is worth like $150 million, $200 million. This is insane. The only reason they get into the office is because they can become rich. This is fucking bullshit. So California has a new DEI senator, who's not even registered to vote in California. Ain't that shit? Ain't that some crazy shit? She doesn't live in California. She ain't even registered to vote in California, but she about to be the California senator. This shows you how messed up the system is and why it has to be flipped. The system has to be flipped. There's no, it has to be flipped. So, I mean, I'm not gonna say anything bad about it till I see what her first policies are. But if you come to California, all you worried about is putting little green-haired kids in school, we not having that. So moving along. Did you hear that the Chinese scientists, this is the article. So Chinese scientists behind extreme animal gene experiment says it may lead to a super soldier that can survive a nuclear fallout. This is what they're saying. So basically, China is creating nuclear resistant or radioactive resistant soldiers. They're creating radioactive China's on one, y'all. This is what we wanted. China, they on 10,000 right now. They want a fucking soldier to survive a nuclear bomb. This is what China. China's like, nigga, we gonna have it all, my nigga. I don't give a shit what you do to a nigga. Drop a bomb. Go ahead, nigga. I dare you, drop that bomb, nigga. Drop 10 bombs, nigga. I don't give a shit. Hey, we gonna be right here, nigga. So China is tripping. Basically a radioactive super soldier. So basically, America's also doing that, just so we're clear. China ain't the only one doing that. America's also trying to create a radioactive resistant super soldier. But China is in the news doing it. America be doing that shit on the low. But then China, how are they doing it? So China, basically, they've been taking, because a lot of these companies that are owned, these DNA companies, they'll sell information. So just so you know, if you've been doing 23andMe and all, so first of all, they've been bought since then, but they were selling your information. People can come and buy your DNA information, your genetic information. They said China was taking genetic information, but they were taking genetic information from COV19 test. This is China. China is taking your DNA. So basically, they were. So how the article went? China has been taking COV test from the US just to get the DNA out of it. So they've been all of your CO1, your COV19 test that they've been taking over here. China has been taking them and using them to take the DNA out, trying to figure out Americans' DNA or whatever the hell they doing. I don't know what the hell they doing. I don't know what China doing, but China is getting our DNA from so does that go to say they were in on it together? We already know the answer to that. That they in on it together. What up, Miss Jeannie? They in on it together. China and America is sharing DNA information from the from the Boogie V. Man. Then, on top of that, moving along, FOIA request, a FOIA request from Dr. Naomi Wolf. It showed that the White House knew about adverse effects from the cupcake and told the cat and the NIH to lie. This is crazy. So Dr. Ann Wolf, she had her, they've been doing she's been on it since not Ann Wolf, but Naomi Wolf, sorry. So Dr. Naomi Wolf, man, this dude keep banging upstairs. I'm about, boy, I'm about to go smash on this food. Hold on a second. So, she had her lawyer FOIA request from the White House documents dealing with the cupcake. So what came back was that the White House, like I said, the White House knew about the adverse effects. They had a crisis team. They got together a crisis. This is in May of 2021, right after the cupcakes came out. I remember they came out in January 2021. So in May of 2021, after people had been taking it and they had been seeing what was people, they've been seeing that, they were like, oh shit. The White House had to put together something called a crisis committee, right? So the crisis committee, this is all in the FOIA request. This is because these were emails. These were the emails that they were sending to the cat and so the girl who headed the cat at that time, and Fauci, and the dude who headed the FDA, right? So they were sending these emails, the crisis committee, and they said, "Oh snap! Hey, we got to come up because when this comes out, the questions. This is the quote. They said the COV questions are going to be quite strenuous, right? So we need to come. The Q&A. They said the Q&A, the COV Q&A is going to be quite strenuous. So we need to come up with a script." This is what the nigga said. We need to come up with a script to be able to tell the public, right? And this is what they sent to the cat, the NIH, and the FDA. They said, we need a script, be able to tell people. Basically lie. Allegedly, because I gotta say allegedly, we know what we talking at. But this is in the FOIA request. Now, nothing is going to, this is huge news. The White House knew the cupcakes were messing people up, and they covered it up. They sent a letter to all the agencies to lie and cover it up. Basically, they was killing your ass with knowledge. They knew they were killing you. And nothing is going to happen. This is not even coming out because the mainstream media is not going to report this. They're not going to give Naomi Wolf an interview. Dr. Naomi Wolf an interview. You got to see this on Alternative. Again, if you want to see it, go to Real World News. That's where the interview is, where she's showing the papers and stuff, where she got all the stuff. So this is insane, man, because we just talked about how the CIA, they paid off the scientists, allegedly paid off the scientists to lie and say that that the cup or the Boogie V didn't come from the Wu-Tang lab. It came from a threesome with a pangolin, a bat, and an alligator. So all this is all coming out right now. It's crazy. All of this stuff is coming out right now, showing all the bullshit that happened during the pandeezy, and nobody's paying attention. Nobody's watching it. No one cares. No one even cares. This is fucking insane. They were basically able to get away with the shit. So there's a dude who came out who is he's a cupcake inventor. He invented his name is Dr. Paul Offit. I think that's how you spell it. Offit. I think that's it. So Dr. Paul Offit, he created the rotavirus vaccine, right? Cupcake. He said that the myocarditis in the mRNA ones, it could last way longer than they thought, and he refused to get the Boost Mobile. He created the cupcake, and he was like, "Nah, keep that bullshit away from me." He's like, he's like, "I'm not anti that. I'm not anti, whatever, VAX. I'm not anti that, but that's some bullshit. Keep that shit away from me." And he is the creator of one of them. He created one of them, right? So no Boost Mobiles, because then all of this stuff is coming out at the same time. Yale University, at the same time as this dude's coming out, all this is coming out. Yale University, they just developed an airborne cupcake. We can't make this shit up. Yale University develops an airborne mRNA cupcake. Just came out. Go look that story up. Type it in there. Yale University airborne, and put that in there. It'll come right up. So they basically says this is the article, or part of the article. Yale University researchers have developed an airborne method for delivering mRNA right to your lungs. In a study on mice, the scientists created polymer nanoparticles. Nanoparticles, huh? Does that sound familiar? Does the nanopart? Okay. So in a study on mice, the scientists created polymer nanoparticles to encapsulate mRNA, right? Making it inhalable. So basically, a polymer would be like a shell. They created some type of shell for the mRNA that makes it airborne, so it doesn't die. Because the reason stuff doesn't get airborne, because once it's in the air, it dies. It doesn't have enough lifespan. So they're saying they're gonna put this inside of a little shell so that it can stay airborne and then enter your lungs, and then your body will then assimilate the mRNA. This is we in Frankenstein world now, right? Holy. And then they said, well, no, because some people came out and said, well, that means all you got to do, you're gonna start just releasing this shit on on the countries who disagree with y'all, who don't want to take it, who you call anti-V. You just gonna start just spraying the shit. It's like an aerosol. They said it's like an aerosol, like a Lysol. That's what it's like, a Lysol can. So they can just spray this shit. Man, let me see. Where's my thing at? Let me see if I can find this. So, I don't know about y'all, but bam, you better get you one of these. You understand me? Better get you one. Let me show the other side. Y'all better get you a damn masky, man. I'm just saying, you never know. You may not ever need it. You may get to be 100 years old and this shit never leave the box. However, you don't want to be caught without it. Yo, Roger Roach, thank you, brother. Don't know what they releasing. However, you go ahead and release what you gonna release. That's got this off Amazon. There's cheaper ones. This is one of the, because there's ones they have the one with just the one filter in the middle. This has two filters. I got the one with the two filters. Got to be careful, baby. So if you want the one with the one filter, it's cheaper. Two filters are gonna cost a little bit more. But man, make sure you have your colloidal silver, your nano silver. If you haven't gotten that, make sure you get that onesilversolutionyusa.com. Man, make sure you have all the stuff that you need to have. You stocked up on your vitamin D. You stocked up on your vitamin D. You got your vitamin C. Make sure you have all the stuff that you need to have for when they try to pull this bullcrap. So Airborne mRNA, but if you have one of these, you'd be all right. Then the last thing on this is a toxicologist named Dr. Jancy Lindsay. That's a name and a half. So Dr. Jancy Lindsay says the mRNA, the cupcakes, the mRNA cupcakes contain the same cancer, allegedly. Allegedly, she said it does. She's a toxicologist. She gave this speech in front of the government. So this is a speech she actually gave in front of a panel in government. So, but I gotta say allegedly. So allegedly, she says that the cupcakes contain the same cancer-causing SV40 sequence as the polio shots in the 50s. Basically, the cupcakes cause cancer. Allegedly. This is what she said. She gave this in front of she was giving this speech in front of the government. So, again, all of this bullshit coming out and nothing is happening because we are distracted by 8,000,001 things. Literally, we are distracted by every goddamn thing. Everything is distracting us right now. And all of it, 20 years ago, this would have been the biggest news in the history of the world. That the governments tried to allegedly poison their citizens around the world. And it's just insane how nothing is happening. But nothing is happening is because we are so detached from the shit that we can't do anything anymore. So that's the fuckery in the cupcake world. I just had to let y'all know that. Make sure, again, for the Airborne, anything Airborne. So moving along, did you hear that the G20, did you hear that the G20, they plan to implement something called the World Digital ID, but it's called DPI. So the World Digital, so it's a World Digital ID based on the COVID-19 pass, right? So, when you flew somewhere and you had to show with your app that you were cupcaked. So they're building an ID, a digital ID based on that technology, and it's called the DPI, which is called the Digital Public Infrastructure. This is what they're creating. This is what they were going over. The Digital Public Infrastructure. This is what they want to take over the world. They want everything, the infrastructure of the world, to be digital, right? And so everybody to be identified digitally through that whole infrastructure. So they're calling it, they said it's part of what's called the Sustainable Development Goals Plan. So basically, one world order through the Pandezi, well, not through Pandezi, one world order through climate change, the climate change world order. That's what this is. This is part of the climate change world order. Again, they making climate change the greatest atrocity ever. Oh my God, climate change, the world is global warming. Oh my God, we're dying. So everything that they're doing, they act like it's an existential crisis, crisis. that they have to flip and change everything in order to stave off global warming. So this is going to be one of it, though. This is one of the things that they bring in, is to stave off the globalists, or excuse me, to stave off the global warming. So again, how do you defeat that? How do you defeat them coming after you in the digital shit? Again, there are many ways. You can get make sure that you get Federal Reserve notes, because they want to take those out of the system. So if they want to take them out of the system, you keep them in the system by circulating them. Again, it's the medium of exchange that we know. So if any of all this shit shut down, we can still use those. Gold, silver, Bitcoin, because they hate on Bitcoin. They don't hate on cryptocurrency, but they hate on Bitcoin because Bitcoin they can't control. They can only control the market of Bitcoin, which is why you haven't seen it go back up to the $62,000 per coin that it was at a couple years ago. It reached $62,000 a coin, and they was like, oh shit. they went crazy. They were, oh my God, $62,000 a coin. So they attacked this. They attacked the market of it and dropped it all the way back down. And now they're controlling the market of Bitcoin, so that most people can't get rich off it anymore unless you put a lot of money into it. You know, you have to invest a big chunk of money into it in order to get anything. Like, I mean, you have to buy like a whole Bitcoin. You have to buy like a whole Bitcoin or two in order for you to see like any type of gains, really. But it's still going to be one of the best things to use as far as you're diversifying your resources, being able to use that. That blockchain is real. They can't hack the blockchain. Whatever they did, they cannot hack that blockchain because it's on 51%. Excuse me, because it's on so many millions of computers around the world. So they need to hack 51% of the network in order to take it over, and that's impossible. So make sure, again, you move around. And anybody with other cryptocurrencies, I don't know about those as far as utilizing them when they shut the system down. I know other cryptocurrencies are good to use, but as far as when they shut the system down, that blockchain, if they hit us with an EMP and everything and all the everything electrical shut down, if you had your Bitcoin on an external wallet, once everything came back up, your money is still on the blockchain. The blockchain doesn't get wiped out. That's why it's important. That blockchain stays the blockchain no matter what. It's called the ledger, the digital ledger. The ledger never changes unless people are unless it's going up. They're what's the term? What's the term? They're verifying transactions. That's when the ledger changes. But you have to be a viable member of the ledger system to be able to do that. So make sure that y'all get ready because they're trying to implement all of this bull crap. So moving along, in rainbow news, in California, this is terrible. So in California, in Los Angeles, students as young as 5 will celebrate National Coming Out Day with 1 week of LGBT lessons, including an identity map activity. First of all, what the hell is an identity map activity? I don't even know what the hell that is. That's just some bullshit words they put together. So, again, students as young as 5 will celebrate National Coming Out Day with a week of LGBT lessons, including an identity map, right? So this is the story. So schools within the Los Angeles Unified School District are taking part in a week-long celebration beginning Monday with National Coming Out Day. Why are they doing that? Why is that put on a pedestal so you celebrating that? What the hell? Like they superheroes or some shit. Where's National Heterosexual Day. National Love Your Woman Day. National Love Your Man Day. How come that's not being promoted? This lifestyle is being promoted like it's some type of inner circle, some type of super inner circle that you need to aspire to get into. And what do you think that's going to do to the children when they see that? When this whole group has a whole goddamn week pulled out for themselves, they think this is some type of special group that I may need to be a part of. It's absolute bullshit. When you put the spotlight on one thing and not on the other thing, you're elevating that thing as something better than the other thing that you're not spotlighting. So it says, according to the City Journal, each day throughout the week has an assigned celebrity who aligns with the Alphabet Soup community. Monday is Jazz Jennings Day, named after the notable transformer activist. I don't know who the hell Jazz Jennings is. I don't know who the fuck that is. But apparently, the children have to celebrate this person, this dude, in school on Monday. So if you're in LA, if you're in Los Angeles, because this is happening this Monday. This is coming this Monday. If you're in Los Angeles, keep your children out of school all week. Keep your kids out of school all week if you are in Los Angeles. This is the bullshit that's going on. So look, Monday is Jazz Jennings Day. And then it says the local outlet reports, newspaper, the local outlet reports that for Monday, LAUSD schools recommends kindergartners engage in which outfit and which hairdo. Which outfit and which hairdo. Meaning, let's get glam. They trying to glam. What the fuck? Hairdos and outfits. That is girl shit. What do a little kid, a little boy need to be worried about that bullshit for? What if I ain't into that bullshit? I'm not into hairdos and outfits. I don't want to walk around no goddamn high heels and do my hair like that. All the other kids who aren't like that have to be subjected to that bullshit. This is 5 years old. 5. And what do you think is going to do to that 5-year-old? Hairdos and outfits. That's just dress up for them. They gonna love that shit. They don't know what the hell you doing. It's dress up. Hell yeah, I want to participate and dress up. You ask a little kid that, yeah, goddamn right. That's like asking them if they want to play video game. This is going down right now, so check this out. So the kids will be asked to participate, kindergartners engage in which outfit and which hairdo on Wednesday. Which outfit and which hairdo. Then on Wednesday, the students will celebrate Elliot Page, which is Ellen Page. So if you've seen, there's a movie called Juno, where this is when the person was a girl, because the person is a girl and think they a dude now, but the person is a girl in this movie, and they played a pregnant girl in the movie. And they also in Umbrella Academy on Netflix. If you've seen Umbrella Academy on Netflix, that's the confused one. That's the confused small youngest one in the academy, right? So they said that on Wednesday, students will celebrate Elliot Page on that day. 3rd graders will reportedly take part in an I Am Me activity that includes guessing the gender of Willow Smith, the daughter of Will Smith. Poor Will. Sorry, Willie Will, goddamn. He got both of his kids is rainbowed out. How the hell both of your kids is rainbowed out? You ain't gonna have no grandkids. Will ain't gonna have no grandkids. His shit stop with him. Both of his kids is rainbowed out. So they're gonna have an I am me activity. I am me. That's all I want to be. Forever for thee. I am me. Like, what? God damn. They are attacking the children like crazy. I am me. Elliot Page Day. Then, we not done. We still got more days. Then on Friday, the kindergartners will be encouraged to take a pledge to be a rainbow ally, alphabet soup ally. The children, no matter if they know what that means or not, they're going to make your child in school, they're going to force them to say, I'm an ally of the alphabet soup community. Even if you don't want that. Yeah. All the Maria Carbajal. Thank you for the throw up. Thank you for the throw up emojis. Friday, you got to get up like you doing the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag. No, you got to get up. I pledge allegiance to the to the flag without the L. Y'all do the math. I pledge allegiance to the flag with no L of the United States of Rainbow. And to the rainbow for which it stands, one nation under rainbows, indivisible. This is insane. Please protect the children. So then, kids as young as 5. Oh, I ain't even finished. Goddamn, forgot. So kids as young as 5 will complete an identity map activity that is aimed at teaching students to think critically about identity and intersectionality. So they want your child thinking, first of all, no matter what you think, and nature has taught us since the beginning of time, no. You have to now question, they're going to teach your child to question nature and how they got here and how every goddamn thing in existence got here. No, that ain't the way. That's so passé, man. That's so yesteryear, bro. That's tomorrow. That was yesterday. We don't do that today. We can make babies in the lab. You don't need to fuck a woman anymore, man. You just go out and you can fuck whoever you want. If you want a baby, you go to laboratory baby X laboratories, and you can get you a baby. This is where we are now. Nature doesn't mean anything because we can get in the laboratory and tweak everything. So fuck nature. Fuck nature, nigga. Get fucked by no nature, nigga. This is Gattaca, nigga. I know y'all seen the movie Gattaca. If you haven't seen Gattaca, this is what we into right now. Ronald Ruhak. Thank you, brother. Did I watch? Man, I haven't watched Castlevania yet. Please, I got to get into Castlevania. I saw one episode of Castlevania. It was dope, but I got to get back into it. Did you watch Castlevania Nocturne? One of the characters is an ex-slave whose power comes from Ogun. What? And ends with the summoning of Shango. See? They all on our shit. They're all on our shit. Ogun and Shango. Come on, man. They all on our shit. But that's what the children should be learning. Not, I pledge allegiance to the the L-less flag. This is insane, y'all. So intersectionality, identity and intersectionality. Non-binary. You pick your own identity. You don't need to listen to nature. Nature doesn't tell you who you are. You tell you who you are. You give a fuck what nature gave you? We can go get this snipped off, get that snipped off. Go cut that right there. Go put some big silicone in there, and you're good. shave off a little bit of your jaw here and there, cut that Adams, give me that Adam's apple. You're good, man. You didn't need that Adam's apple. I don't know why nature gave you that fucking Adam's apple. You didn't need that shit. Give me that. Just throw, nigga, they are insane. You are a chop shop. Or they're chop shops, and you the car. So then, moving along, and this will show you how crazy this shit is getting. So, but I like this one. This is the one I like, because they're all trying to, they keep perpetuating this bullshit. So some people's like, okay, if you want to play the game, I'm going to play the game. So at a woman's job fair, this is hilarious. At a woman's job fair, a bunch of dudes showed up and said, we non-binary. They said, we non-binary, and they had to let them in. This is supposed to be an all-women's job fair, biological women job fair. All these dudes showed up and said, yeah, we non-binary, my nigga. Put me on the list, cuz. And then they bum rushed their way. They pushed the bitches out of the way. Get out the way, bitch. Here's my resume, sir. They kicked them out. Get the fuck out the way. They bum rushed their way to the front of the line to submit the I'm a lady. Shanae. I'm a lady. So shout out to them cats, because they were obviously were full of shit. But they couldn't do anything. They couldn't do anything to them, because it's discriminatory if you say they're not who they say they are. You're questioning my identity? You don't know. You don't know how I feel. I feel like a man today, but you know how I feel like, you don't know how I'll feel in 20 minutes or tomorrow. And then I may feel some other way the day after that. Don't judge me. That's what the dudes did. Shout out to them dudes. Shout out to those cats. I love those dudes for doing that. I'm not binary. Give me a job, my nigga. And they say, and this shows you why men make so much more money than women in the business world, because men are more aggressive. They go after it. Women ain't doing that. Would a women show up to an all-male job fair claiming they was non-binary and trying to get in there? No, they ain't gonna get in there, because the men are still gonna be more aggressive than those women, even if they're claiming to be men. Men are aggressive. They ask for what they want. They go after what they want, which is why they get paid more in the business world. Hilarious. So, shout out to them cats again. So then, a man is being sued in Colorado. More rainbow news. This dude is being sued in Colorado because he refused to make a gender transition cake for a customer. Excuse me. He refused to make a gender transition cake for a customer. He formerly, so back in the day, before, because he had done this before, he refused to make a gay wedding cake for some people, and they tried to sue him, and he won that case. That was in 2018. So now they hate him, right? The whole community hate him because they can't force him to make them a cake. He's like, I ain't with that bullshit. Nigga, you ain't about to have me back here putting Jimmy loves Tyrone with the Jimmy loves Jamal. I am not writing that on the cake with no icing, nigga. So that's his right. If he don't want to do that, he don't have to do that. That's his right to say no. But they tried to hit him with the discrimination, the 14th Amendment discrimination shit, right? They're trying to say he discriminating. So he won the case in 2018, where he didn't have to make the cake. Now they were saying, so people were basically targeting him and knew that he would refuse to make alphabet soup you know, stuff for Alphabet Soup customers. So they go in there and they ask them to make a transformer cake. So basically somebody was changing, from this to that. So they said, we need you to make me a transformer cake. And he was like, nope. He said, hell to the no. So they sued him. See, this is what they're trying to do. They're trying to get a precedent in court. So they go in, they know he's going to deny it. Then they immediately go sue him. Then it goes to court, boom, 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 boom. Goes up to Supreme Court. Supreme Court issues a ruling that then become precedents that says nobody, if it happens, that says nobody can refuse to, nobody can refuse an Alphabet Soup person, to serve patronize. But he wasn't doing. He was just basically saying, look, these are my religious beliefs, which he had. So he used the First Amendment as his defense, and they were trying to use 14th Amendment. First Amendment won out over 14th Amendment. So now they try to do it again. They're trying to go in there and say, you need to make me a transformer cake. You need to say, I'm happy going from Larry to Sally. I need to see that on the cake, or you're getting sued. And they said no. So we'll see what happens, because now it's supposed to be going to the Supreme Court again. And the Supreme Court, we'll see if the Supreme Court, right now, it's a bunch of Republicans, so they don't look like they on the woke side of the game. But you never know with them cats and who giving them money under the table. So they could rule in favor of of the Rainbow Mafia, because they are a mafia. They may strong arm them in the ruling form. You never know. But this shit is getting crazy around the world, y'all, because then a Swiss writer, what's his name? I forget. Wait, what's the dude's name? So a Swiss writer, his name is Alan. Actually, he's like French, a French Swiss. His name was Alan Bonnet. So basically, this is a story. A Swiss writer who called another journalist, a fat lesbian, he going to jail. He going to jail because he called another journalist a fat lesbian. That's insane. I can't call somebody a fat lesbian, apparently not in Switzerland. In Switzerland, you can't call somebody a fat lesbian. That's my opinion. They said they got him for defamation. Wait a minute. That's my goddamn opinion. How am I defaming you by calling you a lesbian? What, is it bad to be a lesbian? Are you saying lesbians are bad? Being lesbian is bad? That's on you. You're the hater. You're the hate person. I'm going to sue you. That's how you should have flipped it. Because the only way that could be considered defamation is if being a lesbian is bad. Maybe it was the fat part. Maybe it was the fat part. Because she not like obese or anything like that, but she ain't cut up or nothing either. so he, she got a little size on her. So he called her a fat lesbian. And now my man got to go to jail. Got to go to jail for 2 months. They said 2 months, not 6 months. So let me read the thing too. It says a Swiss writer and political commentator who called a journalist a fat lesbian has been slapped with a 60-day prison sentence and thousands in fines in a ruling that has delighted the Alphabet Soup groups. They're delighted. Yeah, we won. We beat them. You can't call us fat lesbians. they out here in the streets. They marching. You can't call me a fat lesbian, asshole. So then it says the Lausanne court I guess that's the name of the court in Switzerland. The Lausanne court sentenced French-Swiss polemicist. I don't know what a polemicist is, but it sentenced the French-Swiss polemicist Alan Bonnet for the crimes of defamation, discrimination, and incitement to hate on Monday. Incitement to hate? Because I call you a fat lesbian? This crazy. You can't get no... I told you so. That's what I tried to tell y'all. In America, y'all need to be working to preserve what you got in America, because freedom is not free everywhere else. It ain't even free here. But you don't, around the country, around the world, they don't have the same shit you have over in America. They don't have freedom of speech around the world, as seen. He can't call somebody a fat lesbian. He going to jail for 2 months. He gotta eat the jail food. He gotta worry about being booty busted. He gotta worry about all of that now for 2 months because he called a woman a fat lesbian. They said it was a hate speech. What do they call it? Incitement to hate. You got a right to hate somebody. If I want to hate somebody, then I can do that, nigga. I don't have to love everybody, nigga. What the fuck is this? In what world does it say I have to love everybody? What if somebody killed my son? Do I gotta love that nigga? What if somebody just stole my sandwich? Do I got a right to hate that nigga? You don't have a right to hate in Switzerland, apparently. So that's coming around the world, y'all, because the culture war is here. I talked about this before in a little bit, but the world war that's going on right now, most people think it's going to be a world war of bombs, but it's not. It's a world culture war. This is how they change things in history. Throughout history, they've had culture wars. Like when they burned the Library of Alexandria. Because all of that knowledge, the world had been going with much of that knowledge that was coming out of Kemet. And when they burnt the Library of Alexandria, all of that knowledge was lost, and they were able to implement new ideas and new idealism because that knowledge was burnt. All gone. Sorry. Then another one was Constantine. When he said he was gonna flip the whole thing. Yo, Lee, thank you, girl. Appreciate you. So when Constantine, he decided to go from paganism to Christianity and said, we're going to wipe out the old tradition and make everything Christian. And he flipped. That's when he took Turkey and Constantinople. That's why it was called Constantinople. He took that, the Hagia Sophia over there. So he basically, they flipped the world from Islam to Christianity, or a lot of it anyway. These are culture wars. They changed the course of, of life in the world, of how we moving one way, and then all of a sudden some catastrophic shit, and we make a goddamn left turn that way. We're like, wait a minute, we were supposed to be going that way. Now we over here. Wait, what happened to that? No, ain't no more over there. It's this way. And so again, it's called a culture war, but people have died doing this in history. Like I said, so the Constantine and all that, Library of Alexandria. So right now, though, we supposedly live in a more civilized world. So it's not, it's not considered civilized to start wars over culture anymore. But it's what's happening. LGBT mafia. Globalism versus nationalism, because the old world style was nationalism. You love your nation, you protect your nation first. Now all of a sudden it's them first and us last, which that's never sustainable. If you try to feed somebody else before you feed yourself, you're gonna die. You're gonna die of starvation. Eric Kirkwood, thank you, brother. He says, mind your wants because someone wants your mind. Absolutely. Mind your wants because someone wants your mind. Great statement. Absolutely. But what are we gonna do to fight in this culture war? Are you gonna stand up and you're gonna pick up a sword against this shit? Every time you see them trying to flip all of this, all of that alphabet soup stuff, that needs to be challenged on its head, on its face. Every single time you see it, it needs to be challenged, because the more you let it go, they think, oh, it's supposed to be here. So when we see our children getting ready to participate in a week-long celebration of that society, for what? What the fuck have they done that they deserve a goddamn week of celebration, motherfucker? They're going to celebrate the first LGBT person in the NFL. What the fuck? Who? Nobody gives a fuck. Nobody cares. Why should you be elevated above society because of the person who you choose to sleep with? That's the dumbest shit ever for somebody, the dumbest reason to be elevated somewhere in society, because of the person who you sleep with, who you choose to sleep with. But no, this is where we're going. This is what's considered, prestigious in the world today. Who you sleep with, not what you can do, not how you think, not who you help, not how many lives you affect. It's who I'm fucking. Everybody wants to know who I'm fucking. That's the only thing that matters. Who are you fucking? Huh? Tell me! So, these people are crazy. Please get in the fight of the culture war. It is major. It is how they flipped the society in the past. They institute a culture war. They will flip everything, all old traditions. They will always try to implement new styles, traditions, ways of life. And the reason that the old world loses is because most people think, oh, we've been doing this for so long that it has no chance of dying out. So we don't really even have to talk it up and champion it. But if one person or one team is championing their ideal, their ideology, and you sitting back eating chocolate cake at the goddamn dinner table while these niggas is out marching and singing, we shall overcome, and LGBT and whoop whoop, and you sitting back like, goddamn nigga, this chocolate cake is off the chain, my nigga. Anybody got some almond milk? No? What about some coconut milk? And you sitting back not giving a fuck. And they outside championing their cause. What's going to happen when you finally finish your cake? God damn, nigga, that shit was good. God damn, what's going on in the world? Let me go outside for a minute. Let me step outside with your belly all full of chocolate cake. And you step outside and then you see nothing but rainbows. You're like, oh, what the? God damn. Little dog rolled by you on a skateboard with a rainbow helmet and a rainbow outfit, a little dog. You're like, what the? You're like, what the hell is going on? Yeah. The whole world flipped while you was in the house eating your chocolate cake because you thought everything in the world was fine. It's not if you sitting back, not doing shit, worried about chocolate cake. And obviously the chocolate cake is a metaphor. But that means get off your butt when you see this stuff happening. Culture war is real. Get involved. Pull your children out of school. These are things you have to do. You can't just be sitting back acting like shit is just going to auto-correct, because you leave it alone. Parents, take your children out of school. No one in LA who has a child in school in LA should have their kid in school next week. You shouldn't have them in school, period. But definitely next week, there should be, especially if you're melanated. This is for everybody. But if you're melanated for real, because you watching me, if you got a child in LA school district, Unified School District, take them out of school this week. For sure. You got to take them out of school this week. So moving along, last couple things. we're moving into some science and weird news. So, in the science and weird news, scientists have now 3D printed stem cells that can be implanted as brain cells. Did y'all see that? 3D printed brain cells, y'all. We are in sci-fi world. We on the sci-fi channel. This is why they think you don't need nature anymore. Because they feel that they're magicians in the laboratory. They can do whatever the hell nature does, which you can't. They absolutely cannot recreate nature, but they believe they can, or they've gotten other people to believe that they can. Brain cells, 3D printed brain cells. So what are stem cells? What is a stem cell? So stem cells, you can usually get them from birth. They get them from the when a mother's baby is born, and they cut the placenta, they cut the umbilical instead. They get stem cells from that. So a stem cell. So just so you know, every cell in your body can be anything in the body. Every cell that you have in the body is encoded. It has within it to be anything in the body. Like a nail cell can be an eye cell and vice versa. Ear cells can be, heart cells. Every cell is encoded to have everything within the body, all the information of the body within the one cell. Now, it's only programmed to do a certain thing. A nail cell is only programmed to be a nail cell. Eye cells are only programmed to be an eye cell. Who does that? Universe. That's the universe shit. They can't create now, but they can manipulate it because they can take a stem cell and then reprogram the cell, because the stem cell, again, your cell can do anything in it, so they can reprogram the cell to be whatever they want. So now they can program it. They can take the stem cell and program it to be a brain cell. This is what they doing. Crazy ass shit. Stems 3D printed. Now we just saw 3D printed salmon. We saw they 3D printed salmon. Now they got 3D printed brains. This is going crazy. Where is this shit gonna stop? Where's it gonna stop? So I'm gonna tell you. So what did they? Let me read it. Let me read it a little bit. So it says Oxford University scientists have found a way to 3D print brain cells. Oxford University. So this is from Oxford. 3D printed hookers. Geechee Dan said 3D printed hookers. They gonna be able to 3D print any goddamn thing. 3D print me a turkey burger, please. Can somebody 3D print me some turkey burger? That's or some chicken shawarma. Nah, that'd be nasty. But 3D printing is going crazy. It is absolutely. So brain cells, and who knows what they'll be able to do with it. Maybe they will be able to do something good with it in the future. I don't know. Because stem cell research works. Again, if you guys have any aches and pains and stuff like that, if you want to regenerate anything in your body, there's a stem cell place right in New Mexico, not New Mexico, but in Mexico. It's called CPI. And saw these cats on Joe Rogan, so I researched them. Man, they off the chain. Stem cells can they can make your body like new. If you got shoulder pain, knee pain, back pain, any of that type of stuff, they inject you with the stem cells, and the stem cells regenerate new cells in that area, brand new, like you're a kid. So they do this. They have a facility right across the border over San Diego in Mexico. It's called CPI. So anybody who's looking to hook your shit up, I would check them out. They ain't no joke. I'm gonna be hitting them up. On my damn shoulders be all hurting and shit from boxing. I had to hit y'all up. So then moving along, so that's the 3D brain thing. Now moving along, there's a study at Rutgers University that showed plastic I don't have, do I have a plastic? I don't have plastic. But one of those plastic bottles, so you can get, you know, and it's more so the thinner plastic bottles. Like I can't, like Crystal Geyser water. That's the only one I kind of know. Crystal Geyser water or something like that. But the plastic, the BPA in plastic, was the bisphenol. So when you buy plastic, you should buy it where it say BPA free. Anything that you have should say BPA free plastic. But most people don't. A lot of people just go in there. Y'all get the cheap little water bottles that cost like $1, 85 cents or whatever. And those little cheap, flimsy ass plastic shit right there, that has BPA in it. So they said BPA causes autism. They just did this Rutgers just did the study. Says BPA causes autism. Y'all better where my water bottle at? Oh, here it is. I told y'all better get on the metal. This is all metal. Get on your metal water bottles, everybody. Or glass. Glass works. But that's stainless steel right there. This is the one that you could put alkaline. It has an alkaline filter that goes in there to make your water alkaline too. So this is just so you know, this y'all wanna Dylan. It's called Dylan water bottles. DYLN. Dylan water bottle. But so if you've been using those little flimsy water bottles, stop doing that. Because also what you don't know, when y'all buy those little water bottles, they'll be packed in a big what is that shit called? What's that platform thing called? That wooden platform where they place everything on. Cause you can go buy these things with a bunch of stuff on it. What's the man? I forgot the damn name of the thing. Whatever that thing is. Pallet. Thank you. Pallets. So the pallets. So they'll have all this water on these pallets sitting out in the sun for hours and hours, sometimes the whole day, a few days. Sun beaming down on these water bottles, leaching plastic into the water. And you get it and you think, oh, this is nothing. And you're drinking plastic-filled water. So shout out to Rutgers for bringing that up. But you should have known that because older studies have already found that it causes breast cancer and infertility. So that was older studies that they brought that out. But now, autism, breast cancer, infertility, now stupid. Niggas better get off this damn plastic. Got to get off this goddamn plastic. Seriously, man. I started seeing that stuff. I remember back in the day, I used to buy a whole lot of stuff in plastic, like eating. This is back when this nigga was broke. Eating a whole bunch of TV dinners. You know, those TV dinners. And they come in the plastic. And so you got to put the plastic, you put that plastic in the microwave and you heat the plastic up. So it's leaching the plastic into the food and stuff like that. That shit is bad. So I definitely had to cleanse twice a year just because of that. Yo, Daxon, appreciate you, brother. He says the police stop flashcards literally just came in. For sure. He says, as a fellow Aries, for sure, baby. Aries power, baby. That's what I'm talking about. Utilize the cars well, brother. So please get away from the plastic. We known plastic was bad before, but now more studies coming out showing that it can make you stupid. Basically, autism, that's what it is, make you retarded. And also says it causes ADHD, but people would say I have ADHD. But so just please get away from that. Then it says then another study, just like I said, just science news. So then another study showed that being vegetarian is in your genes. Not your genes. In your genes. Being vegetarian or vegan is in your genes. So basically it says scientists have identified 34 genes, 34, potentially linked to vegetarianism. So everybody ain't supposed to be eating leaves, damn it, like the fucking golden child. Eating one leaf a day. And put it back in your... Take it out, eat one leaf. And put it back in. Y'all remember the golden child? That nigga had a little leaf. They were trying to make the golden child eat the bloody oatmeal. And the golden child had his little clover. He pull off one leaf. Nigga put it back in the shit. Shout out to the golden child. That's my movie, goddammit. Love the golden child. There's the ground. There's the ground, Monty. But so scientists says 34 genes have been potentially linked to vegetarianism. So it says it means some people may be hardwired to be able to live on a vegetarian diet. Then it says our data indicates that the adherence to a strict vegetarian diet is influenced by genetics. So there's a book called Eat Right for Your Blood Type. And there was a science going out about that. Eat right for your blood type. So this dude kind of brought this out a while back. Eat right for your blood type. Now, for my blood type, this is because I had found out when I read this, my blood type doesn't eat kidney beans. It makes you it gives you a bad reflux, right? It doesn't go down well. Your body doesn't digest it well, which a lot of chili is made with kidney beans. And I couldn't eat a lot of chili. I was wondering why, because I love chili, but when I eat chili, it would always cause this bad thing. And it was because a lot of chili is made with kidney beans. Boom, I can't eat kidney beans. But my blood type also it can go vegetarian or it can go meat eater. That's my blood type. It's either or. Like O blood types need meat, right? O blood types are supposed to need meat. A blood types can be vegetarian. So basically, this is what they're kind of finding with the genes. They're talking about blood types, but now they're talking about genes. And out of the 34 genes, they found 34 genes that are linked to you being a vegetarian. So all you people out here be talking about, man, you need to go on that vegetarian diet, let that shit go, man, let go of that damn meat and all that, nigga. Turkey burger. Turkey burger. Ain't gonna stop me from eating my goddamn turkey burgers, nigga. My chicken shawarma, baby. But no, again, I always preach moderation and balance. So anytime you want to do that type of stuff, any of your eating should be balanced. If you eat a whole bunch like this, then you have to go all the way back over here to balance it out. If you eat in moderation, you don't have to go to extremes. You know, if you eat a little bit good one day, cheat a little bit the next day, eat good a couple more days, cheat a little bit you're balancing it out. Your body is not overwhelmed with with toxins. Your body can kick out some of the toxins as you're putting it in, because your body filters. It's self-cleaning, so it filters all the stuff, all the toxins and bullshit that you put in through your kidneys and your liver. So, but if you're polluting it, you're constantly putting it in before it has the time to filter it out, then you become over-polluted. Which is why if you go balanced or you go in moderation, then your body has enough time to kick out the toxins and heal you. So, but vegetarianism, again, is good for it helps to cleanse your body. But is it for everybody? Because I can only do it for a certain amount of time. Then I don't want to look at another goddamn salad as long as I live. That's just how my shit is. If I'll eat vegetarian and vegan for a good 2 months, month and a half to 2 months. After that, I don't want to see another salad. I don't want to see another salad for a while. Give me turkey burgers. You understand? So I would suggest that you should find out what your blood type is, and get that book, Eat Right for Your Blood Type. Actually, they have an app now. They don't even have the book. You can go download the app, Eat Right for Your Blood Type, and it has all the foods on the app that you can eat as far as for your blood type and stuff like that. So when I did my cleanse, I downloaded that and I went off of that for as far as the foods I wanted to eat. So do yourself a favor. Make sure you cleanse, please, because it's all about cleansing the body. You can't over pollute the body. It's just like you can't over pollute your car. You got to go take your car in for service. Take your body in for service, people. But I just thought that was kind of crazy. Or it lined up with the Eat Right for Your Blood Type. So last thing I had to talk to y'all about, did you see the woman? Did you see the woman? This is hilarious. Did y'all see the woman who called the police? Please say y'all saw this video. Please say y'all saw this video. This woman called the police on a drug addict who stole the drugs she was selling to the drug addict. Tell me y'all saw this. She called the damn police on the drug addict who stole the drugs she was selling to the drug. Y'all heard me right. The police officer got there, and he was wilding. No, it was a sister. It was a sister. And the drug crack addict was there laughing. This nigga had no teeth. He was laughing his ass off. She called the police officer. The police officer, he was a sheriff. He was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He said, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He lost his shit. The police officer he lost his shit. He couldn't believe it. He was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me. He lost his shit. It was so funny. He was like, are you? And she was like, yeah. She was serious. She said, because I don't have no money. I'm broke. That's what I use to eat. So you trying to tell the police officer your hardship of why you out here selling drugs, and you need him to get your drugs back from the drug addict, and what? Give them back to you so you can go and sell them again. These people are crazy. These people are fucking out of their mind, man. The officer is supposed to get her drugs back, the illegal drugs, y'all. Illegal drugs. He's supposed to get the illegal drugs back from the drug addict. Here you go, ma'am. You go sell these drugs the way you was meant to sell these drugs. You have a nice day. She is retarded. Man, people are, man. I saw that shit. I fell to the ground laughing because she was dead serious. The crack addict is on the side laughing his ass off at her. He is clowning. He ain't got no teeth. So this nigga laughing. You can see nothing but black hole. Fucking black hole in his mouth. With one tooth on the side. Like it was like two, like colored teeth right here. Nothing right there. All that gone. All that missing. And he was laughing his ass off while the cop lost his shit. He couldn't believe he was called out for that. So that cop was funny as hell. Shout out to that cop. And that was funny. But then we had some little more somber news when we saw there was a brother, Stephen Clay Perkins, who was shot in Alabama. This is crazy. He was shot at 2 a.m. on his front lawn when the popo came to his house. I guess so. What happened was, this is crazy. The repo driver tried to come to his house and repo the car. he couldn't repo the car. So he went and got the police to come back to the house so that he could repo the car. The man comes outside at 2 in the morning. He had his hands up because he was like, yo, what's going on? But then when the police, he was outside, he saw the police. He was like, oh, shit. He put his hands up and they shot and killed him anyway. They shot and killed him anyway. He had his hands up on his front lawn, not armed. And then the messed up thing was, after they shot and killed him, as they were dealing with him, his dead body, the tow truck dude towed the car anyway. After they killed him, the tow truck nigga, in the middle of his death, before they even had a chance to get the nigga off the ground, he towed the car. That nigga need his ass beat. That tow truck driver need his motherfucking ass. No, allegedly. He allegedly, in a different universe, because I gotta be, in a different universe, he need his ass beat. In a different universe that looks exactly like ours. Let me say that. A universe that looks exactly parallel to this one, he need his ass whooped. He towed the car while the man was dead on his lawn. It's absolute bullshit. So what do you do if the police come to your lawn like that and they got you, you know, the police surround your house and they got you and they tell you to, you know, come out with your hands up. What do you do? You said he need to go missing. Hey, I'm not saying it. Not a bad idea. No. But what do you do? What can you do and especially if you feel it's false, it's a mistake? Call 911. Don't let the people call 911. A lot of people, we don't ever want to call 911. Why not? If excuse me, if ever you feel that the police engaging you is not lawful or is unwarranted, call 911. Because then that's a record. Yes, stay inside, absolutely, for sure. Stay inside and call 911. Ocean Grown TV, thank you. It was 30 minutes away from where I live. Oh man, so I'm going to volunteer for the Nelly Rights Foundation. That's what's up. That's what we got to do, man. Hold on 1 second. You have to start knowing your rights. There's no way around it. But just knowing little stuff like that and what to do when you're overwhelmed by the police. If you're getting pulled over at night and and it's in a place where you don't think that you're safe, call 911. Or if you're getting pulled over unlawfully, you think the police are pulling you over unlawfully, call 911. Why do you want that? Because that gives a record of what, of the encounter. But then also you can tell them, you can tell the police on the phone that you're not violent, that you're not this, and they'll relay that information to the police officers who are holding you up. Again, communication. You want them to communicate to the other police officers, hey, he says he's not violent, he's this, he's that. Now they have information on you. They're much less likely to engage you with deadly force. So he could have did that, but he didn't know, obviously, or the family members didn't know. He was shot with his family in the house. He was shot with his family in the house. So shout out to that brother, please. That's brother. His name again is Stephen Clay Perkins. Killed because somebody wanted to tow his car. And check this out. His car his car was legal. This is the capper on all of that. His car wasn't even in a position to be told. He was fully paid up on his payments. It was a mistake. This man died over a mistake over his car being towed. So, shout out again to that brother and his family. Condolences. Because, again, we need to know how to deal with these people out here. Said that's murder. Well, it wasn't the police who called him. It was the tow truck guy. They're not the same people. They don't work. They may work together, but the tow truck person called the police to come help him get the car from the guy, which it didn't even need to, he wasn't even in violation. So, assassination, yes. So, we do the police stop lessons, the police stop law class lessons. So here's lesson number 5. Told you I was going to break y'all off with some lessons. So lesson number 5 is, what is a protective search? Because we get into searches and seizures, and a police officer needs a warrant, usually to search you, or probable cause, right? So what's probable cause? Probable cause is some type of evidence, even if it's circumstantial, that you may have committed a crime, right? That leads the police officer to believe you may have committed a crime. So, protective search. So what is a protective search? Meaning, in a protective search, a police officer doesn't necessarily need a warrant or reasonable suspicion, or probable cause in order to search you. So how does that work? And how does it work against you? So when you're in a car, or even in a house, if your house is being searched. So let's just deal with the car for a second. So if you stop by the police and you do something like, so what we call the drill, like melanated people give their kids the talk or whatever on how to deal with the police when you're out there, and they say, all right, put your hands, make sure you grab your license and your registration and insurance out of the glove compartment, put your hands on here, make sure you have it ready for the police officer when they walk up to you, and all that bullshit, right? So what happens is, if you do that first, so if you stop in the car and you have a type of car where the police officer can see through your back window and see you in your car. Some people don't have that car. You have big SUVs where they can't see you. But if you can, and you reach for your license and your registration and insurance in the glove compartment, right? Police officer sees that. When they come up to your car, they ask you to get out of the car. Why? They say, we're gonna do a search of your car. So what happens? What usually how it would go would be, they walk up to your car and they say, yo, you know why I stopped you today, or blah, blah, blah. The reason I stopped you is, then they would say, do you have any drugs or guns in the car? Which you would say, no, right? You're gonna immediately say, no, I don't have any drugs or guns in the car. They're gonna say, you mind if we search the car? And obviously most people want to say no. A lot of people automatically, out of fear, they said, no, I don't mind if you search the car. Go ahead and search the car. But usually you should be saying no. All right, no, you can't search the car. I don't agree. And this is the phrase you use. I don't agree to any searches or seizures, right? That's the phrase you want to use. After you do that, though, just beware. After you say I don't condone or consent to any searches or seizures, they're gonna say get out of the car. Now, already in lesson number 1, I told you they have the right to tell you to get out of the car. In Pennsylvania versus Mims. For their safety, so they don't get hit by oncoming traffic, they can tell anybody at a traffic stop to get out of the car so while they complete the traffic stop. So what's going to happen when they do that, they're going to say, can you step out of the car? Then they'll tell you, well, I'm going to perform a protective search because you had furtive movement. When we stopped you, there was furtive movement in the car. What does that mean? Furtive movement. F-U-R-T-I-V-E. Furtive movement. Furtive movement means that you were just arbitrarily moving around. You were reaching for something. You did this, meaning you could have been hiding drugs or guns in the car. when they were stopping you, furtive movement means suspicious movement, meaning you could have been hiding something, putting something in the under the seat in the back, or you could have been putting something over by the glove compartment, or this or that. When they see that, they'll always be able to use you had furtive movement, because a protective search is basically a search that a police officer is allowed to do for safety. So if they see you moving around, they can say, well, we don't know if you hid a gun in the car. So then they can pull you out of the car and do a search of your car in the reaching distance. Wherever you have the ability to reach, they can now search that part of the car. So that is a protective search. So when you get pulled over, don't reach for anything. Don't move around. Let them tell you first to grab, do you have your license and insurance? And then you go get it. I know how a lot of the parents, they give you the talk and say, be ready, because you don't want to show them any crazy movement. But when you do the movement before they get there, they can now say you were trying to hide a gun or something like that. And then now search your car for protective search. See, these are the small types of things that you don't know, that you need to know, that allow police officers to do to basically, and that's really a violation of your rights, but they'll say it's a de minimis violation of your rights. De minimis means a minor violation of your constitutional rights for the safety of the police officer. And so the court will allow certain de minimis violations of your constitutional rights. Yeah, they can lie, but this is why the first the first rules that we teach in the Know Your Rights Foundation, when you get this open right, you get this book right here. The first thing is to get a cam, dash cams and body cam. I don't have a dash cam on the front of this, but when you in a car, you should not leave the house without a body cam or a dash cam. Because then in a dash cam, that's a 3-pronged dash cam, meaning it films the front, it films the back, and it films the cockpit. Because that way, if they pull you over and they say, well, you didn't have on a seatbelt, nope, I was filming in the cockpit. If they say you had furtive movement in the car, nope, I was filming in the cockpit. All of that protects you against police officers lying. Police officers can't lie anymore if you have cameras. We've seen it multiple times in police stop law class when a police officer tried to pull up on somebody. So what happens is when you stop, a lot of times when you get pulled over, a lot of people who have their seatbelt on, they'll automatically take the seatbelt off. So then the police officer comes up and really had no reason for pulling the person over in the first place. You'll say, well, why'd you pull me over? And they'll say, well, you didn't have any seatbelt and you just took the seatbelt off, right? So you did. What protects against that is the camera, the dash camera. So the police officer has done that, and then the person says, no, I have it on cam. I have it on dash cam that I had my seatbelt on. And the police officer, well, I was just going to give you a warning. I wasn't going to give you a ticket. I was just going to give you a warning this time. Happens every time. A warning. Every time they see that dash cam and they were going to do something that couldn't be proven unless you had a dash cam, they always say, well, I'm going to let you off with a warning. That's always the case. Again, telling you, learning the law, it equals the playing field. It actually doesn't equal the playing field. It puts you up here. It puts you at the advantage when you learn the law. So get on over and start learning the law. Boom. Right here. Police stop, the Know Your Rights Manual teaches you everything you need to know about police stops, including what I just talked about, having the dash cam and what to do when you get pulled over. And the police try to talk that bull crap. And then they still want to mess around with you. Go after their insurance. That police insurance they get when they violate your constitutional rights and they don't know that they violated your constitutional rights. And then when you alert them that they're in danger of doing it, boom, and you get them on camera because you should have a dash cam or a body cam, you got them. You see how that works? And then right here, this is what you keep in your car. This is what you should hand them when they try to talk about furtive movement and all that protective search. You hand them this and watch what they say. Well, I'm just going to give you a warning this time. Again, this is your protection against popo. They've not seen anything like this. Every time somebody who has this gives this to the police, they're dumbfounded. Like, oh my God, where'd you get that? Oh my God, this is a great thing. Show me the website. They pulling up websites on the phone and stuff like that. Boom, this is the future. Just so y'all know, this is the future. This is our way out of the bull crap that's been happening since the beginning, since they created this whole goddamn organization. This is going to be your pass out, learning the law. Again, boom, the flashcards. All the flashcards right here. We have these for you. And again, you get that whole package for free when you order the Great Book of Melanin Research right here, realnoggets.com. You get the package, and then, boom, you only get one card. You only get one deck of cards. Sorry, I gave y'all deals last week on the cards, last month on the cards. But right now, just support, because you don't have to try to rate me out of all my cards. Just get one deck of cards and basically support. And then if you want to learn the law, please make sure you get over to Know Your Rights Foundation. Like we said, we're about to start back up interviews next month, letting people back into Know Your Rights Foundation, where we teach you the law for free. So make sure you get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org, sign up, and fill out the questionnaire, and we'll send you a time where we want to interview you. Interviews are going to start up very shortly, and make sure you get in before we stop it again, because this is what we're going for. This is the Know Your Rights Foundation certification right here. Again, it's not hard, everybody. Everybody thinks learning the law is hard. It's especially not hard when you start to understand that the law is a language, and all you need to do is learn that language, and then no matter what, wherever you are, you'll be able to understand the law. It'd be like reading a comic book. Literally, knowing the law right now, reading the law to me is like reading a comic book. It's nothing. I can read a bunch of. I mean, it's insane how easy it is. But again, you won't know that until you get into it. It's not hard, but it's just understanding the language. When you learn the language, boom, it clicks and you got it. All right. So make sure you get it again. Get over to knowyourrightsfoundation.org. Sign up if you want to get in there for free and get out into the community and start teaching, because that's what happens when you get that certification. Now you can go out into the community and represent Know Your Rights Foundation, teaching people their rights, teaching your community, teaching your family, because that's where it has to get. That's where it has to get. We're one entity over here. We have to spread it around till eventually there's nothing left. There's no one left for us to teach, because everyone knows their rights, and now they can't take advantage of anyone else. So again, want you guys to support. Make sure you get out realnoggets.com and make sure you get the Great Book of Melanin Research, and I will hook you up with the whole package for free. Also, make sure you support We Juice, Timmy Tight Top at We Juice. That's OUIjuice.com, OUIjuice.com, and the number 5 off juice. That's the code. He'll give you 5 off your juices. Also, if you want the cupcakes, the cupcake exemption cards, these are at knowyourrightsfoundation.org. This is the religious exemption cupcake card. This is the liability notice, meaning they have to pay you if they force you to do anything against your will. They have to pay you for every second that the cupcake remains in your system. These you can use both of these, but either one of these will work individually. All right. So this is the movement, knowing your rights, and just make sure you get on board. All right, I appreciate you guys. I'm about to get out of here. I'm hungry as hell. I was hungry as hell before I came in here. I've been sticking it out. I've been hungry as hell, sticking it out. Preston Davis, thank you, brother. So I'm about to go and get me some good. I don't know. It's gonna be a game time decision. Chicken shawarma or turkey burgers. I don't know. But I'm hungry as hell. I'm about to get out of here. Thank all my mods. I appreciate you guys. Thank everybody for hitting the Cash App. Love y'all for that. And also who hit the super chat. Thank y'all. Appreciate you guys. I'm out of here. Holla at you next week. Deuces.